Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to our monthly webinar series. Today's webinar is how to shop safe and smart this holiday season. My name is Brett Dewhurst, and I am the Community Programs Coordinator for Better Business Bureau of Upstate New York.
And I'm Katerina Schmieder. I'm the Communications Director for BBB of Upstate New York.
We're looking forward to discussing different holiday scams that are occurring both in our area as well as nationwide. What we will do is that once this webinar is finished, it will be posted on our bbb.org website. So you'll be able to click on monthly webinars and the recording will be available for you. We should have that up by the end of the week this week. So we will start getting into it. So a couple things to go over before we get started. We're going to go over a basic overview of Better Business Bureau, both locally and nationally. We're going to talk about some holiday scams that are occurring in our area. We're going to go to some tips and tricks on those particular holiday scams and how to prevent yourself becoming a victim. And then finally, we're going to talk a little bit about our scam tracker program, the website that allows you to type in information about a scam that's happening and to provide us more information so we can assist you in the best way possible. A couple of housekeeping items before we get started. This webinar is being recorded. It will be placed on our website under monthly webinars. We ask that you keep yourself muted and that your cameras are off for the duration of this presentation. We do have a chat box feature that's open. If you do have any questions or concerns that you have during the presentation, we will be monitoring it. We can answer questions during the presentation as well at the end of the presentation as well. So we will open up for questions at the very end. To give you a brief overview of Better Business Bureau, so we are a nonprofit organization that was founded back in 1912, and we were founded primarily because of business owners had concerns and frustrations with false advertising and manipulative concerns in the particular marketplaces. So different industries, different companies and organizations, there was a lot of concern about false advertising, and individuals got together to form Better Business Bureau. Today, we have nearly 100 BBB locations throughout the US and Canada. And both Kat and myself operate with BBB of Upstate New York, which features 48 counties of New York State, which does include the metropolitan regions of Albany, Rochester, Syracuse, and Buffalo. So a quick map of our service area. As you can see, all the areas that are in the light blue color are part of the Upstate New York office. And then we do share New York State with one other Better Business Bureau, which is the Metro New York office, which does cover all the counties that are south of Albany, as well as New York City. And a couple ways that BBB helps the community. We do have programs throughout our office that include advertising review. We talked about Scam Tracker briefly, and we will talk about it at the end of this presentation as well. We do have an investigations team that investigates both consumers and businesses if there are any concerns in their area. One of the programs that I work specifically with is our charity review program. If there are nonprofits or charities that are interested in getting accredited, similar to being like an accredited business, it's reserved primarily for 501c3s that are interested in the accreditation process. And then finally, we do have a dispute resolution program that's on site as well. So as we talk about scams, before we jump into specific ones regarding holiday, we want to talk about how big the problem is overall. I think it's $31.2 million impact to our marketplace each year. And the biggest thing to really understand is that scammers are extremely creative. And for a lot of them, this is their full-time job. They're spending their 40 hours a week trying to learn more about you, stay on top of trends that are in the particular area. And it's not necessarily just about the money. They are stealing money, they're stealing time, they're stealing your patience, and they're stealing a lot of other things as well. So want to make sure basically that you understand as a whole how big of a problem this could be. So Kat, would you like to get into some particular holiday scams?
Sure. So I think the most important one that we should talk about right now would be online purchase scams, considering they're the most prevalent and that 4 out of 5 scams reported to BBB involve online purchases. So that's definitely something to keep in mind as you're doing your holiday shopping. I'll start by saying that if something sounds too good to be true, it most likely is. Like Brett had mentioned, scammers are aware of what the shopping trends are and what some of those big ticket items are each year. So if you're scrolling through social media and you're tempted by a great deal, stop and make sure it's actually legitimate before you make a purchase. In a lot of cases, that's how scammers will get your attention, and start getting you to enter your money or personal information. Another thing, don't click on any suspicious links or websites, whether you see them while you're scrolling through social media or you receive an email or text message with one. Scammers are notorious for manipulating website links to look like one that belongs to any, popular retailers, especially this time of year. So, check to make sure that things are spelled correctly, and that logos haven't been tampered with at all. And also make sure that you see HTTPS in your browser when you're shopping and a little lock symbol that will tell you that you're shopping on a secure website. Otherwise, you should be very cautious before entering any personal information. One thing you can do to protect yourself is to pay with all of your online purchases using a credit card. Most credit card companies have protections in place should you fall victim to a scam. And then lastly, if you're unsure about a certain business or retailer, please look them up on BBB.org. We have thousands of business profiles that feature ratings and reviews, so you can see what other people have experienced before you make a purchase. So, it's just really important to do your research and do your homework before you're doing your shopping. Another thing I think we should mention is that gift card scams are up 50% from last year. So that's another thing to keep in mind. There are so many different variations of gift card scams, but as a general rule of thumb, you should never use a gift card as a form of payment to somebody who is asking for it. Usually that's a tactic that scammers will use to steal the information that's on the gift card. Some other popular holiday scams.
My apologies.
Oh, that's okay. Fraudulent charities, that's a timely topic as today is actually Giving Tuesday. I know during the holiday season, this time of year, people are very generous, which is great, but you want to make sure that you're giving to charities and organizations that you can trust. Feel free to look up charities on give.org. And also, beware of unsolicited phone calls this time of year, somebody demanding money for a certain charity on the other end of the phone. Don't give anything until you're able to verify that it's actually a legitimate organization. Lookalike online stores, we already touched on that. Phishing emails from companies, again, don't click on any suspicious links. Seasonal job offers, we know employment scams are on the rise right now, especially with that 18 to 24-year-old age group, and a lot of people looking for remote opportunities. Scammers do take advantage of that. Card skimming as you're doing your in-person shopping, not online. When you enter your credit card or when you're looking at the credit card machine, just make sure it isn't loose or it doesn't look like it's been tampered with. That means that a scammer may have inserted a skimmer on it and they can steal your information. So if anything seems suspicious, let the store know. Stealing mail and packages, public Wi-Fi hacking, missed delivery notifications. If you receive an email or text message that says you need to update your delivery or payment information, be very careful before doing that. That's another way that scammers will get you to enter, your information or payment information as well. Grandparent scams, social media ads, gifts at low prices. Again, if it sounds too good to be true, it most likely is. Online travel scams, online gift exchanges. A lot of those end up being pyramid schemes and online giveaways. Of course, like we said, there are ways to protect yourself. So here are some tips to avoid scams. As a general rule, you should never send money to someone you have never met face to face. Be careful if you're shopping on Facebook Marketplace. You should see the seller and the product in person before you actually buy something. Don't click on links or attachments in unsolicited emails or text messages. Don't believe everything you see or read. Take precautions when shopping online and don't shop on price alone. Again, scammers will try to reel you in with the promise of a great deal. Be cautious with anybody you meet online. Never share personally identifiable information with someone who has contacted you unsolicited. Don't be pressured to act immediately. High pressure sales tactics are usually a red flag. Use secure, traceable transactions when making payments. Gift cards are generally not traceable. So again, we'd encourage you to use a credit card if you can. When possible, work with businesses that have proper identification, licensing, and insurance, and always be cautious about what you share on social media. We'd definitely encourage you to check out bbb.org/holiday. This is where we offer tons of resources and tips as you're doing your holiday shopping. Here's just kind of a screen grab of some of the things that we offer on our website. Again, not just during the holidays, but year round, we do have resources for people looking for tips for online shopping in general, and that's bbb.org/online shopping. So please, check that out as you're doing your holiday shopping this year. And
And a
then
couple
Brett,
things.
did you want to, tell everybody about our scam tracker?
Sure. So Scam Tracker is a website that we have set up, and it's very simple to get to. It's just bbb.org/scam tracker. And the website allows you to go in, type in your personal information, and then type in any information that you want to tell us about a scam that you think is occurring in your area. There's a button there that you can click on that says share to media or share with media. And that allows us to call you and reach out to you that if you're willing to share your story with a news station or share it with us for us to share, it gives us the time, the opportunity to share your information. The good news is, though, is that if you don't click that button, if you want to remain completely unanimous, you can. So please feel free to send us all the information you want to about a particular scam. You can post in pictures, you can post in information. There's a text box that goes in there as well. But we want to know what's happening in your particular area. We go through Scam Tracker every single day to process all the ones that come in. We also look for particular trends that are occurring. For example, if a particular retailer has had 6 or 7 reports on a particular day, that gives us the opportunity to reach out to the media and then do presentations to different news stations or different opportunities available to us to make sure that we can get the information out to the public. So Scam Tracker is your tool to provide us information about what's happening so we can get that information back out to the public so more people do not fall victim to a particular scam that is occurring. A couple of the stats in regards to Scam Tracker from our 2022 report that just came out at the beginning of the year. So there's different types of scams that happen based upon age groups, based upon demographics, and based upon locations. The 3 riskiest types of scams based upon particular ages are everything from online purchase scams, employment scams, and then you can see on the bottom and on the right, everything from home improvement, cryptocurrency, sweepstakes lottery, so on and so forth. So it's important to know that scammers are targeting you based upon your age, by your demographic, your location, and it's very important to know what types of scams are out there so you can protect yourself from them. A couple of the stats that we have, last year we had nearly 1.5 million unique visitors to Scam Tracker that was providing us information about different scams in our particular area. 40% of the individuals that visited Scam Tracker actually attended to see if they were being scammed by someone. So you could type in a couple of keywords, you could type in information about the scam that you may have received, and you can see notes and stats from other people that have also shared that exact same scam. So it's a really good tool to go to and to determine, am I being scammed? Is this something that I need to bring to someone's attention? We're very proud of the fact that more than 20%, actually 21.4% of individuals said that the Scam Tracker system helped them save money, helped them avoid losing money. So if you have the opportunity and the time, go into Scam Tracker. It's just bbb.org/scam tracker. Type in your information. Let us know of everything that's occurring in your area. Let us know if you see a particular scam that has occurred, and then we can get it back out into the public as quickly as possible. And with that, that is our information in regards to particular holiday scams, what to do to report a scam, and all that information. Kat, did you have anything else that you wanted to add before we close out?
I don't think so. I just wanted to say thank you for joining us and good luck with your holiday shopping. If you ever have any questions or you're unsure about something, please feel free to reach out. And we also welcome your feedback on what types of webinars and presentations you'd like to see.
Absolutely. So thanks again for joining us for our monthly webinar. Feel free in the next couple of weeks or so, we'll provide information for our December webinar and going on into January and the new year to have opportunities that exist in your area. So looking forward to hearing topics that you guys are interested in. And until then, thanks. Have a great and safe holiday season, and we'll see you soon.